That's something like I've been watching that Sailing La Vagabonde.
Yeah.
That we were talking about
the
other day.
That's so good.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Type into YouTube Sailing La Vagabonde right now. It will fucking blow your mind, dude.
Yeah.
So
that is insane. I love that show.
We were talking.
Yeah.
I first saw it. My buddy Andrew texted it to me. And it's like, you got to have a look at these dudes. And then I said something, and you're like, you said something about sailing. And then you were like, oh, there's this couple. I was like, dude, I've just started watching this YouTube channel. We were talking about the same thing. So they've got 1.12 million subscribers.
So they got a baby now. And I must have missed a couple of episodes because all of a sudden there was this baby. I'm going, where'd they get this kid from?
It is the most gorgeous kid you've ever seen as well. But yeah, basically this couple, I watched a thing on like how they met. I want to go back. We're living an interesting time. Yeah, where this is like a thing. It's I guess the same as this podcast, but yeah. So I'm gonna actually go back. I'm gonna stop watching all the new stuff, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch it from the very first episode. Yeah, because it's like a crazy, like almost like a TV series, but it's like self-produced. So yeah, that's their little baby Lenny.
Yeah, it's just so well done, and I just love how the fact she goes spearfishing. Yeah, and
have you watched the one where they go?
And they both look like
sharks?
They kind of look like a bit of a Hollywood couple, aren't they? Like I mean, they're both very good looking,
quintessential hot Australian couple.
Yeah,
have you ever seen them?
Nah, this to me is Jack Freestone and Alana.
Yeah.
Diving.
Oh, 100%. So, but yeah, so I was listening to like the story of how they met, and because I'm like, I'll watch this, and then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna start it from zero. But she was working in this like somewhere in Mykonos, and then he was on the oil rigs, like flying in, flying out, and I think he'd stay in Greece, and then he bought a yacht. Then he ends up meeting her and takes her for a sail.
And he done mighty fine there, by the way.
I know, he's killing it. Yeah. But so they went on this sail, and he was saying, or they were both sort of telling this story of like it was basically the best sail you could ever have. Like there was enough wind to sail, but there wasn't a ripple of like a ripple on the water. So it was just this perfect day, and basically he asked her then to like move on to this boat, and I think that's sort of extreme paraphrasing here, but that was 5 years ago, dude, and they've got what 3 boats since then. I think they've gone up through like 3 yachts.
Yeah, that's right. They're on from when I first started watching them, they're on a monohull.
And do they produce this all themselves?
They make it all themselves, man.
It's legit.
Yeah, it's insane. So like that, and you can see I watched a couple of their older
videos. And I love
videos.
the spearfishing.
Oh yeah, dude, there was an episode that I watched yesterday where they went to some island. It's like called Shark Island or something, with all the tiger sharks in the Caribbean, and they were diving with these tiger sharks. So yeah, they do all of them themselves. But you watch like the production quality, like you can see that it was just a very basic sort of production, and then they've just gotten so much better, like over 5 years of producing content. I'm fully captivated by them at the moment, and I want them to come on the podcast so bad. I think it'd be so crazy.
Yeah, no, they definitely are naturals at what they do.
Yeah, they don't try hard at all. No. But it's crazy. Like that's the time that we live in now, and I think that it makes stuff like what you're doing even so much easier to be successful, because people can share these stories now of like going to Vietnam, doing these kind of tours. And I think people like these guys make it's like aspirational now to like go out and like you can go on an adventure.
Anyone can do it. And I think it's one of those things. You remember there was 2 English couples that were on tour with us. Yeah. And there was the father and daughter. Yeah. And she was saying she'd been to Vietnam before. Yeah. And she didn't ride, and she'd been right from the south to the north, and she said she thought she'd seen all of it, and then she come back and she was pillion with her dad, and she just said she couldn't believe what she was seeing. She said it was just a whole new level, and she didn't even know that existed. Yeah. And that was the thing, and that is the thing for us, is to get people to really see, push your boundaries a little bit. Yeah. Get away from these hotels, and sitting around pools and, following people from one city to another, and get out into these, and also you're supporting these local villages. We're buying, whether it's beer or local food and stuff like that. So it works.
That,
You know, in a lot of different levels.
That's a new trend that I've seen amongst a lot of my friends, a lot of just people in general, is that whole like holiday to go and do nothing thing is sort of dying out now, eh?
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty well fucked when I come back from a holiday. Like I'm exhausted. I need to have like days of like my normal life almost feels more cruisy than my holidays these days.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. You know, it's all about adventure. Why would you go on the other side of the world to sit in a hotel pool?
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well just sit in your own backyard.
That was the thing for a long time though, right?
I don't get that. I don't.
But that used to be the thing. You'd go to Hawaii and then you'd sort of just lay on the beach and do basically nothing. But now when I think about Hawaii, I think about diving, I think about volcanoes, I think about all these crazy hikes. It just seems people that go hunting now that are like traveling the world to hunt, and you know, guys like these are just literally traveling around the world on a boat for 5 years, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look at there's one there. It's had 4.1 million views.